Fine. Fine. I blame kittens, personally.
I take full responsibility.
Yeah, you would. Ugh. There. I'm halfway through my coffee. Oh, my bones crack on the way down. Peach cat amiibo. So these just need a clean. So these all appeared to work fine, which was cool. Thanks, Smithy. Appreciate it. This one I actually really like this white 3DS. Oh, hang on, it's my Carcassonne turn. I've got to take my crappy turn. Where am I? Yeah, there.
You should string your failure or something.
There we go. Yeah, I can quickly pop Carcassonne on. Hang on.
That's what you're talking
I can pop it in a corner while I'm pop it. Alright. Interesting. Oop. 12K's away. Game is Planet. Hey man, how's it going? Oh shoot. Okay. That's what happens when you look away from the screen for 5 seconds. I just ducked that asteroid at top speed. Jesus. Variety night tonight. I also do console repairs. Do you need me to turn the webcam off before you walk by? You're interrupting the thing. Hang on. Oh, they saw. They would have seen it. If Gerard's here, he'll be clipping it. Yeah, retro PC games, retro console games, console repairs, PC builds, and PC repairs. And I have food. I have cheese and biscuits. It's awesome. I'm hungry. I have coffee. Hang on. It's not even last time on Baldur's Gate. It's while you weren't watching because I played it. But last time on Baldur's Gate. What did I do? Hang on, let's bring up the journal. We handed in the quest for Basilius the Murderer. We found Intel's son. That's been done already. I said just wait until I've done the thing.
Sorry. I thought you said now.
No. Like the inputs on here so you can see, particularly with that parry. Whom got knocked out? No, he's dead. You lying bastard. That was definitely him. Ah. Look at Rasad running ahead like a moron again. This is how you get yourself killed. Fucking Rasad! Like, someone took it from me, the bastards. Anyway, so that's CPU. So I've got 3 now. So I've got the CPU that was originally in the Windows, or is currently still in the Windows 98 machine, which is the 2.8 gigahertz, half a meg of level 2 cache, 533 front side bus, Pentium 4. There's the one that came unexpectedly with the No! No! Come back! No! No! Don't go! Just let me in! Oh man. Oh, now I'm falling. Oh, ow. Ah! Oh dear. Ow. Oh god. Ow. No, god. Ow. Ground sky. Hello. Thank you, Rhyme, by the way. You're the bestest. Much appreciated. I missed the timing in order to do the dancing that goes with the hey hey, and I can't get into this camera because it's all the way down here. Hello. I figured we want maybe 2 angles for the painting, and I need the light so I can see what I'm doing. But also I found some music that is allegedly what did they call it? Genestealer Cults ambient music. So we can listen to some thematic music while we play. It only goes for 2 minutes. It'll be over before I start painting. But there's other Genestealer Cults music that I've found. There's like a playlist here somewhere. Genestealer Cult music. And it's 26 tracks long. So maybe we'll do that one after or something.
40 minutes?
What? Maybe. We'll probably change music a few times. Also, I need you to let me know what the music level is like. I think it might be a little loud. I'm gonna turn it down. I need to remember what I need it at in the little mixer to know what can be heard well and what I don't drown out. But yeah, we're gonna paint some neophyte hybrids. We might finish these and then I might assemble some more stuff. I've got, oh, you can't see it in either of the things, but over way down that way. I can't bend my arm in that direction either. Over there-ish. You can't see it. Over there. There's, oh, actually, wait. It's easier if I do it this way, right? Where's my finger? Oh, no. So zoomed in. That way. There's like a whole bunch of boxes of Forge World and Warhammer Fantasy and stuff. But I'm gonna turn it down a little bit because it's really loud in my ears.
Oh, it's not loud on the stream.
Yeah, and then I'll turn it up in the stream. I'll tell you where to stick your finger. Alright. It's painting time. Let's make some.
A bit too loud now.
So this is, yeah, I just turned it down a bit. We'll go a little bit more down. Alright, let's, this is the scheme. So this gives you an idea of, that's an Acolyte hybrid. But that's the kind of paint scheme in terms of what they look like. No, not a chance, Lay. You can have your points back. I'm not taking my glasses off whilst I paint my Warhammer. I will give that job to Kittens to refund you those points.
No, I'm taking those points.
Alright. So, and I'm following the Warhammer color scheme stuff. So at this point I'm going to hit all my dudes with some Agrax Earthshade. So we'll get them over to the side here because we need to do like a bit of a paint and then put them aside kind of thing. And I need to try and, this is the first time doing this, so I'll try and paint it so that it's in view the whole time. I'll do my best at doing that.
Have you seen what's happened?
But it's not happening. I just said I'm gonna go disable that now. I'm painting Warhammer. It's not happening. Kitten's job is to refund them all their points.
Oh, fine.
Well, I need to turn it off, and then I need to get painting.
I wanted to just take their points.
I'm sure well, yeah, but that's mean. They've earned the points. They've earned them. And I'm gonna have point stuff. I'm gonna have the cool AI thing going. There's gonna be an Arona bot that you can ask questions to, and it will answer things. And I won't be able to stop it because it'll be AI. Alright, I'm turning off the remove glasses for this stream.
Oh, can I edit those?
I don't know. There we go. And then do I have to save this somehow? No, I believe it just saves. Alright, cool. That should be fine.
I can only pause redemption.
Describe to us the methods you're using for your painting. I shall. Well, Coronabot. No, Aronabot. Aronabot.
So different.
Should have known better than we are going to redeem it. Yeah, I know. You're going to be able to troll me with Aronabot. That'll work. Aromabot. So obviously I've already painted these guys a bit. I undercoated them in Mechanicus Grey. We are at the point of doing some shading for them. I've kept most of the colours pretty standard. I haven't done the skin and stuff like that yet. I always do that later. And obviously you can see like a lot of these guys don't have their arms on there. Because generally like things that have arms that go in front of them, I like to paint them up separately. And then glue that on after. So at this point we're just doing some shading. We're just using some Agrax Earthshade. Just to give them all a wash. And then we're going to get the Null Oil, because some of these, they're neophyte hybrids. So most of them have like mostly regular-ish looking skin in terms of its colouring. But with like a little bit of a pinkish shade to it. And some of them have like the blue kind of carapace starting to come through in their arms very specifically. Yeah. So yeah, we're just giving it a wash over. What we're going to do after we've washed everything is we're going to highlight. I'm going to try and do this relatively quickly because it's not really with a wash. I've never found any benefit in being. Some people are like, yeah, be real particular with your wash and where it goes and rah. I've never had any benefit doing things that way. I've got a wet palette that I use. I forget the brand. It's a Red Grass brand. Everlasting wet palette. My music's drowning me out. Alright, I'll turn it down. Thank you, Ryan. Much appreciate. This is not obviously part of the playlist, but it has to be done. Sorry, I'll try and keep in frame. I apologize, that's a thing that I'm getting used to. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard him. I just turned it down. The good thing with this color scheme as well is, except for where they have the blue skin, pretty much everything can just be shaded with Agrax Earthshade. Just give everything a... Because it's got Brass Scorpion is the kind of gold coloured bits. And that works well with Agrax Earthshade as a shade. I need to remember to get in here, that's right. Let's check that I have for these guys as well. Some shade right in there. Little neck joins. Yeah, mixed brass colors are great for gold stuff. Yeah. and then I highlight it afterwards with, I actually highlight my golds with a silver. But yeah, we'll get to that step. I should put like a little mark on my area as to where the camera points, so I can see a little bit better where I should be aiming for. But yeah, we're just spreading this around on the model, getting larger amounts in the deep recesses. Not worrying too much if we get some on the bits that are like the skin and stuff like that that are going to be painted. One, because like these are our rank and line troops, we're not too stressed about, you know, them looking like perfect. But also, it gives a bit of shading anyway to the model. We just don't want it in the eyes. Let me just soak that up. There we go. Just make sure I haven't gotten any in either of these guys' eyes. No, that's fine. Yeah, you can see this guy has the more Genestealer style head, but the colouring I'm going to stick with the same. Because the idea is that with Genestealer Cults, the lore about them is that they... I remember the way that the... sorry, I forget the way that the generations work. But essentially, it's humans that have been ovipositored by a Genestealer, and then they start giving birth to, I forget if it's pure Genestealers first, and then it starts regressing back towards neophytes, or if it's the other way around. But I recall reading it and thinking like it felt backwards, and that's what's made the confusion then of like, because it feels backwards, I don't actually remember which way it's supposed to be. Either way makes sense, I guess. But I remember it being the reverse of what I thought. So I'm pretty sure the first generation is Genestealers, and then they start regressing back to regular looking dudes so that they can fit in. I have missed painting this. This needs to be brown. Alright, we'll put him aside to sort that out. I'll put some extra Agrax Earthshade on the white parts, because they are supposed to be like really strongly weathered wrap, essentially. I'll pull it up on there. I need a second coat on that later. Pures first, yeah, okay. Because yeah, I think that's where the abominants come from as well. The first generation Genestealer cults that are mutated, and they get the abominants and the aberrants from that. They are not necessarily failed Genestealers, but or it could even actually they could even be second generation ones that are failed second generation. Because I think your second generation, one of your Genestealers becomes your patriarch, and your second generation is like your characters, essentially your primuses, your mages, your maguses, your Kelemorphs, all those kind of things. But yeah, I'm pretty keen to see what 10th edition does with my rules, particularly with, you know, having all those like mining vehicles and stuff like that, and changes to vehicles that look like they're coming about. It'll also be interesting in terms of getting rid of other vehicles that 6s are criticals, or whatever they call them, critical wounds, how that interacts. Better vehicles, yeah, it appears so. That's what I suspect. There was a guy on the friendly local game store Facebook chat that was not very happy with the psychic changes, but I think part of the problem is that he was talking about stuff like Deny the Witch and things like that, and like powers that happen outside of the shooting phase, and realistically we know very, very little about that at the moment. Like Deny the Witch we know nothing about, unless there was a info drop today about it. We have no idea how Deny the Witch is going to work. We only know about, I think, one shooting psychic power so far, which is the jump. Happens in the movement phase. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm personally pretty keen. Change is good. Whoop. What do mages do? Are they like psychers? Yeah, mages are my psychers. They've got a pretty boss close combat weapon as well, and they give protection against psychic powers as it is. So that kind of Terminator power that we saw them talking about in the new rules of protecting, like that's essentially part of what my maguses do already. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how the psychic phase is gone, but how psychic powers change. I think it's just going to give us more utility, really, which is a good thing. Like, you know, like stratagems are the thing that gave us heaps of utility. I haven't done this one either. Use strap on the gun. Stratagems are the things that gave us heaps of utility before. They're being reduced a bit in the new edition. That's been confirmed. So getting some utility out of other sources feels like a good thing to me. I know not everyone will agree, but alright. The thing with batch painting so many dudes. It's likely just a passive difficulty multiplier. Deny the Witch, do you mean? Well, some things just go off. Like, I don't think the jump had a test connected with it. It looked like it was just you do the jump. Also, sillily, I haven't been aggro earth shading the bases on these. That is a thing that I need to do. Yeah, so the jump doesn't have any test associated with it. You just do it, and then like psychic, what's it called? Currently, like overloaded psychic powers, perils the warp. That's it. Doesn't appear to be a thing on every test either. It appears to be only on certain stronger abilities, which is interesting. Depends on factions as to what utility you get. Yeah, like Chaos for some reason has a truckload of utility from Psychic. Yeah, currently it does, yeah. Right, I need to be doing the bases. And the bases get loaded up with Agrax Earthshade. I suppose I can do the bases as like a second run through actually. Whilst their bodies are drying, so I can actually hold the model. I've got some of the white strap down here. It's not the most interesting part, doing just like slathering things in a shade. Move some of these guys out of the way so I can get my hand over there. A bit better for you. For large amounts of troops, have you tried just like doing your normal coats and then for highlights, just like in one pass of highlights? Have you tried doing your normal coats then for highlights just in like one pass of highlights on the most raised bits when using a wash, then using a wash that's in between? Let me think. Not on my Genestealer Cults, I haven't. But have I done it on a previous normal coats? Using a wash after. No, I've always done a wash before, unless I was using. Yeah, no, like glazes is the only thing that I've kind of done things differently with in that respect. And that was for my Lamenters, and that was a long time ago. So no, I haven't tried doing it that way. I tend to, what I've been really happy with the outcomes with this army is doing sections of base colors, then wash, then highlight, then ultra highlight.
Yes, please.
And then like onto the next thing. Like onto the next so like this is all like armor and weapons and stuff like that. And then so the next thing is skin. And well actually then that's it with these models. Oh no, well next thing is carapace, then skin. So like there's dudes with carapace bits, so the carapace bits get done separate. But I'm kind of doing them at the same time at the moment because there's a bit of a mix with these guys. Some of these guys have got some bit different poses as well, because they're actually from the Goliath rock grinder / truck model. So that model has like, I think it was that one, came with like a bunch of dudes to like stand on the back, and I get it, but like I don't see why I would do that. So alright, let's change this song. We might, if we the ambience is good. I don't feel like it's good for my painting, so we might change to something a little bit more upbeat in a little bit. But I'll try and keep it in theme as best as I can.
Yes, I am. Yes, I do. All for crafting.
Always using so much like Agrax Earthshade, or in the case of my ogres, I used Seraphim Sepia to shade the body. And again, yeah, went through so much of that. When I was painting Lamenters, that was the worst for trying to get like good shade out of and stuff like that. Ugh. What a shocker of like painting yellow. Terrible. But yeah, what I find doing it this way, what happens is I run the wash over it. As it dries, it ends up looking a little dirty, I suppose. Now the wash is going to take a while to dry, so we may actually swap to something whilst we're waiting for the wash to dry on these dudes. Yeah, it ends up like, you know, I then pick it up and I'm like, oh, they all look dirty and stuff. And then picking out the highlights, they then end up looking, well, nicely detailed is probably the best explanation I can give. Get him out of the way. I've got to do all these bits. Piles and piles of little weapons. Here I've got to be a little bit carefuler because I don't want to get too much Agrax Earthshade on the blue bit, which is the more chitinous arms. And what I've done to decide which ones have the blue chitinous arms is looked at the weapons, and if they've got claws, I've gone with that.
Probably just share it rather than...
What's the shooting phase like for Genestealer Cults? It's pretty good. I have been unlucky in that, so like I have a Lehman Russ in my army.
Share it rather than
with the, I think it's the Vanquisher Cannon is the name of it, which is the one shot, strength 14, does like D ridiculous, some really ridiculous amount of damage, weapon, and it's never wounded anything. I always miss with it, or like, you know, like, yeah, luck's just not on my side with that weapon. But generally the shooting phase is pretty good. Like, we get lots of cool stuff. We've got, because of the theme, we've got like mining weapons, like mining lasers and stuff like that. Lots of strength 3 auto guns on your neophytes or las pistols, essentially, which are your basic troop. Yeah, you take guardsmen, so I've got like a regular guard squad with like a las cannon. Apparently the motorbike dudes are pretty damn good, the jackals. I haven't run many of them yet. I've got a box of them, thanks to Mr. Pun for some engineering of what my birthday presents were this year. It's very kind of him. Yeah. So yeah, they're supposed to be really good. I've got a bunch of Ridge Runners that I run. Running Ridge Runners. And they are pretty cool because they've got mining lasers, which are like D3 heavy shots, strength 9, hit on 3s, and then they've got 2 stubbers, I think they are, or heavy stubbers, 2 heavy stubbers each, and they're like, so that's 6 heavy stubber shots on each unit as well. So like it's pretty good. Yeah, Acolyte hybrids currently, like, again, this might change, I guess, like, but currently take flamers at like some ridiculously cheap points, so or like hand flamers rather, but like, yeah, you know, and because they can ambush, you know, they can drop in within 8 inches for Genestealer Cults and just unload D6, like it's only strength 3, but like D6 wounds per thing is pretty bloody good. Like, you know, when you drop in with 6, 7, I think 7 in my 1500 points army, 7 hand flamers, you're getting on average 28 strength 3 hits. Like, that's pretty good, even against strength 5. Like, you come out with what do you come out with? 28. So 28 strength 3 hits. Again, strength 5 is 5s to, so 5. You'd be coming out with like 10 wounds, roughly. Like a little bit less, 9 wounds.
Your hands are just out of the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to remember where to put my hands. Idle hands make the devil's work something something. Don't touch your business. Something like that. That's how that line goes, right? That's what it's about anyway. I mean, I'm an Emperor's Children player. I've got Slaanesh hands. They're always doing bad things. How do you deal with things like Terminators and Custodes? You get shot and you die. No. So Acolyte, generally, I've got a few options. So mining lasers are alright, although Terminators are toughness 5 now, right? I think Custodes are toughness 5. But mining lasers are strength 9, so they're alright. I've got lots of good close combat, high strength stuff. I can throw the Patriarch at him. I can throw psychic powers at him. Like, I've got a few psychic powers that do like I think it's Mental Onslaught is like roll 46. Every 4+ is a mortal wound. If you destroy a model, you roll again with 1 less dice. So, you know, that does a bunch of wounds. Smite's good. Genestealers, I take I can't remember the name of the hive cult. Twisted Helix. So I can't be none of my guys can be wounded on 1s or 2s. So even though I'm low toughness, I'm pretty hardy against you know, sustained high strength attacks. What else have I got? Can throw my rock grinder at it. It does good damage. Yeah, Genestealers are 4 attacks each. They're strength 5 with Twisted Helix. Strength 5? No, toughness 5. I think. I'd have to double check it. I've only played 2 games properly with my current army list, so I can't remember the specifics of some of it. It's really good against lots of hits. The can't be wounded on 1s and 2s. Do you mean? Right, I'm gonna shuffle some things because I'm running out of space. Yeah. Like if there's a whole bunch of like, what, assault cannons, like they're strength 6, right? Most of my guys are toughness 3. That'd be 2+. Like, nope, it's 3+. So it's pretty good. Like when you've got like neophytes that are toughness 3. Yeah, I think my thing is +1 strength. +1 strength. Can't be wounded on 1s and 2s. Something else. Let me look it up. Twisted Helix. Oh. Alright, Twisted Helix. Add 1 to the strength characteristic of models with this creed. Add 1 inch to the move characteristics. Each time an attack is made against a unit with this creed, an unmodified wound roll of 1 or 2 always fails, irrespective of any abilities that the weapon or attacker has. And then I can give, I take the, I think it's this one. No, this one. No, which one is it? No, I must take a different. I take a relic that gives my Patriarch +1 toughness and +1 attacks. I think it is. Yeah, so. And then the stratagem for Twisted Helix is for Aberrants and Abominants, which I don't have in my army yet, but that is for 1 CP, each enemy model destroyed by an attack made by a model in the unit that's a target of the stratagem. The unit counts as 2 for the purpose of morale tests, and each time a model in that unit fights, it can frenzy. If it does so until that fight's resolved, add 1 to its attack's characteristic and change the damage characteristic of all its melee weapons equipped with to 1. So it's like, it's got some cool stuff, like if you're running Aberrants and Abominants and stuff, but I'm currently not. And like all that's changing in June is what the believed release date is. It certainly won't be before June. That we know for sure. I might bring the camera up a little bit. see if I can. If I bring it up. No, I might have to leave it there. That might just have to be where it stays. But yeah, there's a lot of time that they're not being wounded on a 1 or a 2 has come in. Like, there's a lot of, when you're toughness 3, there's a lot of strength 6 stuff out there. So, it's really, really good.
I was telling my mother about the bank account, and she's like, "What's the branch?" And I'm like, "It doesn't have a branch. It's an online bank." She's like, "What?"
Doesn't understand. What do you mean there's not a place I can go and yell at the teller? You have to yell at them over the phone when they can hang up on you.
But there's a spot. There's a spot in the transfer that says branch. What do I put there? It's like you don't have to put anything.
Oh dear. Yeah, so the armies I've got going, well, the one that I'm playing currently is the Genestealer Cults, and they're the ones that I'm wanting to get done in terms of painting and assembly and everything. And then I've got Emperor's Children. Then my son plays Death Guard. And for Warhammer Fantasy, I have Ogre Kingdoms. And I do not play them in Age of Sigmar, and I don't really like Age of Sigmar. Alright, now let's do the bases. Dipping my finger in the paint. Yeah, I'll probably wait till 10th before getting too far into assembling any of the other Genestealer Cult models that I have, because like I'm not going to know what war gear options I'm going to want to give them. Like stuff that doesn't have options in assembly I'll do, but you know, I don't want to assemble them and then be like, oh, I want to change all of the weapons. Great. Good thing AOS is going away then. Is it? I knew that Warhammer Fantasy was coming back. I didn't hear that AOS was going away. Because Fantasy was coming back as a specialist game, is it not? So what exactly is happening with AOS?
Probably test the waters, see which one's worth putting for money and going into further. My bets are most people would choose fantasy over iOS. Therefore, they put resources towards a product that makes them money over iOS. Yeah, one can only hope. Yeah, I mean, if that's what they're doing, that'd be pretty cool. If they're going, yeah, we'll bring fantasy back as a specialist game and see, you know, if it makes money again. And if it does, we'll make iOS the specialty game or turn iOS into like a skirmish game for fantasy, like make it like Combat Patrol or boarding, what do you call it, boarding missions or whatever it is, like make it, you know, a slightly different thing of fantasy. Try and adapt it that way maybe, who knows. But yeah, like if I didn't know iOS wasn't still successful for them. But that'd be pretty cool. I'm just happy to see fantasy eventually coming back. I really, really enjoyed playing fantasy. Yeah. These bases, by the way, are the Martian, I forget the name of it, the Martian technical paint. Layered on real thick to create a bit of a texture. Because I figured these particular Genestealers, or Genestealer Cults, they were mining in the far reaches of Mars. Well and truly underground, fueling the Mechanicum. Reckon with 10th edition we'll get any more Lamenter's lore. Alright. There's Agrax Earthshade done. Now I need Null Noil and a sip of my drink. Need to do Null Noil on all the blue. Get that big box of plates up and find Null Noil. Alright. Null Noil. Unfortunately, since we're consolidating a lot of the side chapters, yeah, for the original books, but we might see some stuff in the future. I mean, they're gonna want to release more stuff, like they always do. Like, what have we got? The Arcs of Bloody Blue Blah, or whatever it's called now. Arcs of Omen. Arcs of Bloody Blue Blah.
Yeah, good.
It's accurate, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Null Noil on the Carapacians. Carefully.
too much if we put a little bit too much, but I don't want to flood it. And we've only got a few dudes that have the carapace, hands and arms. Alright, I'm going to change this music. As much as I'm not, you know, minding the epic sound of it, not finding it useful for my painting mood. So blue stuff. Yeah. Alright. Let's find some bitter mazouak. Better. Betois. Alright, so I kind of got to let that all dry a bit, really, before the next step. I'll get my next color out anyway. Which shall be... I'll work it out here. Bugman's Glow is what I want next. Start doing all the flesh. It's Canadian flesh tone. One thing, actually I need one thing brown to do those two armor straps. Let's quickly do those weapon straps while we remember. Yeah, we could probably do it with this. It's just two of them, if I remember. I'll get a more reasonably sized paintbrush. Actually, it's silly to use that giant one. There we are. Alright, where are they? Is this dude?
this little gun strap here. And there was another one. Where is he? There he is. There we go. Nice. I've got both of those sorted. Shan't be having that. That can now go back. Bugsman's glow is next, but we have to wait for this to dry. So life of a Kit Kat. Where are all the tiny bullets and laser pews? I just moved them all out of the way. There's a laser pew. What do you mean? I'm also waiting for that later dry. I'm gonna grab something. Some. Ammo. There's no, it's there. They're carrying it. It's in their pockets. It's in their pocky pockets. What are you talking about? Yeah. This is technically part of my birthday present that I haven't opened up yet. Just while I'm waiting for that wash that I put down to dry, I thought I might assemble this. Where is my hobby knife? I'm gonna need that. I think it's here. Alright. See what we're doing, huh? Now the thing that I'm probably not gonna do just yet is stick the weapon option on there. There's a bunch of different weapon options, and with 10th edition coming out soon, yeah, so I might make as much to have built it to. I now have to make decisions as to what options I'm gonna go with. But I'm not going to go beyond that because that doesn't work, I guess. Alright, what do I need? Pieces 35, 36, no, 39 and 40 I need first.
Yeah. 39. 40. Put all the bits in a chunk. And then 35 and 36. And 37. Yeah, so just those to start. Clean them up with a hobby knife. This is where you might get to see me bleed on camera. I've been doing this for so long that I'd be just surprised if I actually did make myself bleed. My thumb's impervious to blades. Wow, it's impervious to me using a blade on it. In this way, by accident, generally. I've said that now, I'm definitely going to slice my thumb open. Yeah, I am going to try and lift this camera up a bit. Give us a better angle. Like there-ish. Does that feel better? And then I can go. That feels better. You can probably see a bit better of what I'm doing from that angle. Ugh. Yeah, there we go. Now you can see really well what I'm doing. Alright, and where's my glue? I want my instructions in front of me so I can see what I'm doing. That works. 35 and 36. Which are these two? Bits of glue on my fingers. They go to about, how do they go together? What? Hang on, these go together first, alright. Let's do that first, shall we? Alright, so that. Then... oh, I'm missing a piece, 43. That's better. 43. So space goes like that. No, goes like that. Right. Okay. All right. Got it. This piece goes like so, and then this piece goes like drop. Old man noises bending over.
Nom 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 nom.
And that. Yeah, okay, so then this piece goes this goes like that. There you go. Noms Chubsa, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Heresy? No, no, no. These are just friendly guardsmen. Friendly members of the Astra Militarium. I just want to have a chat with you. It's just Steve from the mines. Just Steve. Like they even have sentinels. They're just Astra Militarium. No heresy here, sir. None at all. Just waiting for these dudes to dry. Try and get a good, there you go. Whilst I'm waiting for the wash on them to dry, we're just starting the assembly of a sentinel. Yeah. That's the symbol of the Astra Militarium, right? That the four-armed emperor. He's the we like the emperor. He's the good guy, right? The emperor. Anyway. How are you? What brings you here? How's your night been? What have you been up to? What is your Warhammer Fantasy or 40k army of choice? And what's your thoughts and feelings on 10th edition if you're into that? Or if not, tell me what you're interested in. I don't have my glasses on, so if you say so, I believe you. Yeah, exactly. That's the correct way to approach this. 68. Alright, so need. And 71, 72. Should put that lid back on. I think that's all the bits. Live in Germany and it's the middle of the day. Ah. DKOK. What's DKOK? Imperial Knights. Oh. Oh no. Blood Angels and Warhammer Fantasy. I play Skaven. Very nice. This is my current army. I've been playing Warhammer 40k since 2nd edition. So Genestealer Cults is my current army. I first started playing Blood Angels, so I can understand and enjoy them. I've also played them as Lamenters in 5th or 6th edition, I think it was. Yeah, I've played Grey Knights, I've played Tau. I have Emperor's Children as my other army that I was playing, not really painting a couple of editions ago. I also have some orcs, and my son plays Death Guard. So in terms of Warhammer 40k, I've had some Dark Angels as well, but never played with them. I think that covers every army that I've owned, played, painted myself. And for Warhammer Fantasy, I am a Ogre Kingdoms player. I don't do Age of Sigmar. I wasn't interested, didn't like it. Yeah. Death Corps of Krieg. Ah, right. Okay, that makes sense. Got it. Never met someone who plays ogres. Ogres are great. The reason that I bought ogres is at the time. So at the time I had Grey Knights, Tau, and Blood Angels. So I was in that kind of like having a whole bunch of different models, blah 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 blah. And so this would have been 4th 40k. I don't know what edition fantasy we're up to at that point in time. And I was like, yeah, like I do really want to play a Warhammer Fantasy army. And at that point, Grey Knights was the most recent thing that I was into. I was like, the thing that I like about Grey Knights is I don't need many models to make an army. And it doesn't take me very long to paint them up. You know, I've already got all these other armies, like at that time. I've sold them all now. So I was like, I need an army that I can make, you know, 2,000 points with the least amount of models. And Ogre Kingdoms is definitely the answer to that. Yeah. So that's how I ended up being an ogre enjoyer. But I really like them. I had a lot of fun. I haven't played fantasy in a long time now, but I had a lot of fun playing Ogre Kingdoms. They were fantastic. Page 1 done. We're going to get this to the point, as I said, we're going to get to this point of making options decisions, then we're going to stop, and I'm going to put it in the box, and we're going to make the final decisions in June, when 10th edition comes out. Like their models. Yeah, they're really good, really nice models. When I started playing Death Corps of Krieg, such a different playstyle for me, having so much models. Yeah, I'd imagine it would be a big adjustment. All right, 45, 46, 64. I'll just get out 64 to start with. Because I need to keep track of which foot is which. 45 and 46 are not on here. 34 and 65 are also not on here. They're on here. 45. 46. 44 and 47. $34 and 65. I think they're back on this one. There's 65. 65 is our out left to us, right to him, and 34. So actually, if I keep these ordered on the right side, I won't put his feet together backwards. Yeah, let's do that step for now. Now I'm probably going to do less of this than I wanted tonight because... Actually, silly me. Ah, that's a bit better. But my... What was that? That was just a paintbrush. But my back is starting to hurt. I have old man problems. So... Might actually wrap up soon. We'll see how we go. I mean, it's also beginning to get late. This is 10 over here. What's your, do you have any thoughts on the, or have you even read about the 10th edition stuff that's been announced? Nom's Chub user? Is that right? Nom's Chub user? Nom's Shubsa? Nom Shubsa. I don't know. How do I pronounce it? All right. Start assembling that. Just gnome is okay. There's no E, so I didn't know what it was. Alright, no worries. Thanks, gnome. I appreciate you clarifying. I apologize for butchering it over and over again. Good glue is the best, and you can just kind of go glub, 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 glub. Stick the two bits together with confidence that they will stay. It's okay, it's German. What does it mean? Can you translate it? Is it legal to translate? What is it? We want to know. The people want to know, Gnome. Whoop. Jesus. Dropped a piece. Butterfingers here. Read good things about 10th edition. Gnome pusher. Ah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Nice. Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate it.
very cool. Thank you.
That's Kittens lying in the background. In case anyone's wondering about her Final Fantasy millions.
Yeah, but literally. Is it really?
There we go, let that dry. Is there anything in 10th edition that you are particularly excited about? I'm very interested to see what happens with the psychic phase, but I like the idea, but I wouldn't say I'm completely like 100%, but I think it's going to be good. So that's one thing.
Is she never resubbing, or is it just not now for a while?
I know a lot of people are really worried about the psychic phase. I'm really liking what they did with the stat changes in terms of stat blocks and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. In my mind, in my opinion. So I'm assuming I want to be kind of back of the base. Do its wonders. We'll just hold that for a while. That's feeling good. Alright. 41, 42, 38, 32. Oh, that's all on the other sprue. Interested to see how they do the psychic phase. They've already talked about the psychic phase, so it's gone. Have you seen that? That there is no psychic phase anymore? And then you'll panic, and then I'll tell you the good news, or what I believe is the good news. I like it, but I understand not everybody does. No, I can't find it on this sprue either. Am I blind? There's definitely only 2 sprues. Oh, there's 42. Ah, there we are. 41, 42. Okay, there's 42. 41. $38 and 32. No, are they on this sprue? Yes, 38 is. 38 and 32. 32. Don't use it often, but you're interested to see what happens. Well, yeah, so they've said that there's no psychic phase. I'm gonna keep dropping pieces. And I worry about running over it. And it's basically the psychic powers have been moved into whatever phase it's relevant for. So if it's like a smite style, you know, target a unit and smite them, it's in the shooting phase. If it's a, you know, movement related ability like the jump, it's in the movement phase. Ah, okay. I'll wait till the ad is done. So where does this go? Like that, and then it goes on the side, does it? This is an interesting way to stick it with no... I'll let that try. 38 goes on there. And this goes down there. This foot goes down here, does it? Like so. Oh yeah, I see, okay, alright. It's an interesting piece. And then this goes like this, by the looks of it. Best I can tell. And it's also me back on the keyboard now. I let my girlfriend write because I had to do something. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, I was just saying, so the psychic phase is gone now. So like if it's a smitey type ability, it's been moved to the shooting phase. If it's a movement type ability, like the jump, it's in the movement phase. Not all of them appear to have psychic tests to pass, but we haven't heard about how Deny the Witch works yet either. Yeah, so it's interesting. I like what they're doing, but I think there's a few people that are worried about what they're doing. Oh, I wasn't supposed to take that piece off, but that's okay. We'll find it later. It was just supposed to be those three. Also, actually, I don't think I brought it in front of the camera for you. If you're curious as to the color scheme and the look of my Genestealer Cults, there's what I'm currently working towards. Does that work? Like that? You can kind of see. The way the lighting is, it's a bit hard to show. It's easy for me to paint, and you can kind of see on the painting what I'm doing, but
Starfire.
alright. I may actually have to wrap up there because my back is really starting to hurt sitting in this position. As much as I really want to keep going, I cannot. I need to bring myself. I probably need to lie down. And it's probably close to bedtime, so that's probably not a terrible idea. But what I will do is I'll find someone for us to raid. Let's see who's doing what in the world today. So yeah, sorry to cut a little bit shorter than I wanted to, but yeah, just sore back is I can't. I think it's a good change because when you fight Necrons or any other Psyker army, you just watch them roll some dice for 10 to 20 minutes. Yeah, someone else had a very similar opinion. Yeah. Did someone say that to me earlier today? I feel like someone said that to me earlier today.
Andy will be so happy.
Interesting. Alright, who we got? We got Sonneveld. Sonneveld's always fun to raid across, and I raided him earlier, so I think I might raid him again. Yeah, we'll send you across to Sonneveld again, because he's great. Well, thank you for watching. Apologies it was a bit shorter than I had intended, but say hi to Sonneveld for me as you go across. And I hope to do some more Warhammer painting streaming in the future. It was fun. And yeah, and welcome Gnome. It's great to have you here, and hope to catch you next time as well. I do a lot of other stuff like retro gaming and like mods and repairs and stuff like that. Mostly consoles, but also PCs, occasionally modern gaming and stuff like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, you know, feel free to come back around. Anyway, thank you all and have a good night.
None.
That's actually that's hard on your arms. Aroni's hyphen. Oh no. What a time to write in. Hello, how's it going? Thank you for the raid again. What's going on? You're playing Warhammer 40k. Hang on, is this? Oh, you're painting. You're doing some model painting. Oh man. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see, because I have a friend who plays. He streams a bit. But I don't think she's been playing. She hasn't streamed in a while. But she also was doing like model painting.
That's very entertaining.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm trying.
I was
Yeah,
listening
I
to
think
you
she was
more
playing
than I was
Animal Crossing
listening
last
to
time. But yeah, she does like model painting and things. So painting some miniatures, and now my back hurts, so I had to stop. Jen is lovely, but I think she had like a whole bunch of life things going on. But also check out Erroneous Hyphen. Sorry. Now do a TikTok react to yourself doing that. To me doing my own raid thing. I don't know. I browse TikTok. I've never posted anything on TikTok. I don't know what to do. No. Please also check out Rainey's Hyphen. Rainey's Hyphen was very kind to raid me twice. So thank you. So yeah, we've been doing a bit more. No, thank you. We've been doing a little bit more exploring and interrogating. We blew up a bird in a safe, and then we restored and just blew up the safe. Too busy obsessing over anchovies.
I had to stop way back.
I don't mind the occasional anchovy. Not too many, but they're okay. Retro Man 1954. Welcome in.
But didn't they shortened ARR,
and also
right?
thanks for the bounder. What kind of Retro Man are you, Retro Man?
Well,
Are you related to?
well maybe they'll